Hey. So it is another funny episode of Who's Funny? Are You Funny? I hope so. Where we feature some of the hottest up and coming comedians in this side of LA, that side of LA, the west side of LA, east side, what? Any side, just be funny, okay, when you come on through. I am your host, Leaza the Leo, sleepy, stubborn, sloppy, toppy, slap happy, slow, saluted, yeah, not polluted though, and I can be all of that because I survived 5 births. 5 births, yes. Yes, thank you. Don't clap for that, just come help. Each one beat one. Somebody take one off of my hands. This, don't, you clapping and all that, that's a happy moment. This, because I'm tired of it, dealing with it myself as, you know, a mom, because as a mom, they always want something. Like your kids, they always want something. You know what I'm saying? They want a hug, a meal, a mom. I'm tired, I'm over it, you know. I've been trying to look for, trying to like lose one at the park, and they always find me because they know my real name now. And so it's like, why are we going through this? You know, why do you keep finding me? You know what I'm saying? You're too smart, you know. So I'm trying to send them to public schools so they can, get that LAUSD education and stop, you know what I'm saying, finding me and everything like that. They on FaceGram, you know what I'm saying, Insta Snap. They know it all, you know. And I don't know how many of y'all waiting on tax time. We got about 4-5 more months or whatever. I'm definitely waiting to be a thousandaire for like, I'm gonna be a thousandaire for like 4 days because I owe so many people already, you know what I'm saying? So it's not really, gonna really, affect the way I move. But 4 days, I don't know none of you niggas. You know what I'm saying? Don't call me, I'm a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? On that 5th day, I'm calling to borrow some money from your taxes. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It's hard out here. It's rough out here in LA for, a young lady or whatever striving to be a comedian, you know what I'm saying? Because like you say, I made more money as a stripper. You know what I'm saying? So why am I, wasting my time with these clothes on when I could just take the clothes off and get the dough, get straight to the bag. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna work it out. I'm gonna try to stick to it and, stay strong, as a comedian or whatever. It's rough, Oh my gosh, it's rough like these edges up under this wig. And, I try to, tame them, use the good edge control or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But they were like, the edge control has the alcohol in it, so it takes your edges out or whatever. So I went back to the jam. But every time I go to the jam or try to jam, they start to rise, and still I rise. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, it's deep. Like, it's deeper than edge control, That's what he said the other night. But we ain't gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that. We're going to keep it a clean comedy show. We want Tyler, Perry or whatever to try to like get us, hooked up and, I love you, Tyler, I'm saying, Madina. I got like a little character or whatever, her name is Auntie Clownisha, baby, and she uses, she don't use like the feminine wipes or whatever no more. She uses the Clorox wipes where you only burn for 3 days. That was her because you gotta stay sterile down there, But I love everybody and everything. How many people love everybody and everything? I'm sitting up here lying right now because I don't love none of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Something is wrong with me. I care, and I feel like Karen still is Sharon, but I'm going to call up one of the hottest Latin comedians, kings. I'm Hispanic and black, you know. So I feel everything he has going on. I knew when he was looking for this place, he didn't have GPS on the system. Oh no. And I know for a fact that even though he is a Latin king, he still has an Obama phone. And it is all right with me because the Obama phone will not allow you to tap into your GPS after 6 p.m. So I'm calling him up right now. Please give a warm welcome for Mr. Joey Medina.
Hey, she sounded like my mom when she started doing that accent. I'm like, what? My mom here? So yes, thank you guys. I'm Joey Medina. This is my first time on this show, first time on this network, so I'm happy about that. I love doing first. You know, I've done stuff where I did the first this, first that. I actually performed in the first black-owned comedy club in America. It's in Houston, Texas. It's called Comedy Lounge, and they spell comedy with a K. It's really cool. And it was good performing there because I've performed in a lot of white ones. I performed in one that was so white, they spelled comedy with 3 Ks. That's how white they were. And I'm a liberal. I'm a Democrat. I'm a liberal, but I like guns. Don't know why. I just like guns. I have a bunch. And I actually bought a gun from the first black-owned gun store in America, which I didn't know this place existed. It was the first black-owned gun store in America. It's called Trigger Please. And thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate the raw that came back at me. This is the best job in the world, man. Being a comedian is the best job in the world. It's the only job in the world. We come up here, make fun of ourselves, make fun of other people. Nobody gets offended. You know, we do it with love, we do it with humor. But this is the only job in the world you could do that with. Like, God forbid, you people at home wanted to tell a racial joke at your work. You gotta do something like this. You're gonna be like, okay, Tyrone and Paco walk into a bar. You know, it's like, somebody came up to me one time after a show, they really, Mr. Comedian, what if somebody came up to you and told you a Mexican joke? How would you like that? I'm like, I don't care, man, because I'm Puerto Rican. But the point is, we're the legal ones. Anyway, so you can't put a wall around the island. And you always know a Puerto Rican, too, because you always have a Puerto Rican flag hanging from a rearview mirror. Always. And it's not because of pride, necessarily. It's so other Puerto Ricans don't steal our stuff. That's the reason we do it. So they start breaking in like, oh, no, he's one of us. Leave it alone. Now that I got a nice car, I got to make sure I have like 2 of those flags up there. Put a Mexican one, Black Lives Matter. I don't care. I'm covering my bases. You know what I mean? And I noticed something too. Just because people say something that's stereotypical, it doesn't mean it's racist. And I'll give you an example of something that happened to me. One time I'm in Pasadena. I parked my car. I'm walking to a meeting. As I'm walking to a meeting, this sweet little old lady with white hair, she must have been in her 80s. She stops me. She goes, "Excuse me, son. Are you Hispanic?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" She's like, "I locked the keys in my car. Could you help me break in?" I'm like, "What? Rude." I mean, I helped her because I know how, but still, that is, I said I'm Puerto Rican, right? But it's like, I mean, and she's lucky I had a Slim Jim with me that day. That's all I'm saying. Because I wasn't going to bring it, but something told me to bring it, so I brought it with me. And so I'm started thinking, this lady is pretty racist, man, to, be asking me that. But then I'm a comedian, I think outside the box. I started thinking, I go, you know what? She's not being racist at all. She's just increasing her odds of success. That's all she was doing. And we've all done that at some point in our lives, all of us. I know I have. When I was a little kid, anytime I played basketball, I always picked the black kid. He could be in a wheelchair with no freaking arms. But somehow he'll dribble with his foot, kick it in, and we'll still win the game. You know what I'm saying? During math, I always sat next to the Chinese kid. But during driver's ed, I stayed way the hell away from him, man. I wasn't racist. I just wanted my driver's license. That's what I wanted, man. And that's just the way it is, So let's see. Trying to keep it clean, but I'm going to push the envelope a little bit. There's a question I've been thinking about. Have you ever masturbated so much that you close all the rings on your Apple Watch Anybody? Okay, a couple people. That's, you know, Android people going, what is he talking about? I just don't understand. I'm just, thank you. I laughed that hard when I wrote it. I was on a plane. No, but it's, I love being a comic. It's a great job. It's a great gig. I'm not just a comic though. I'm also a filmmaker. Multi-award winning filmmaker, by the way. And I love, you know, people, do you do a lot of comedies? I do mostly dramas, actually. I like drama better, right? But my next film is going to be romantic comedy. Well, kind of more romantic than anything. It's about two lesbian track stars that fall in love. Two lesbian track stars that fall in love. It's called Running with Scissors. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. You guys get it, right? All right. That's pretty clean, sort of. I didn't say nothing bad, technically. I'm also an actor. I'm also an actor, and I just finished acting in a movie. It's called Constipation, but it's not out yet. And the watermelon girl liked that joke. And constipation, get it? All right, never mind. We'll edit this. We'll make this better. I'm going to San Antonio soon, which I like doing. I like San Antonio, Texas. I like going to the Riverwalk there, watching little Mexican kids practice crossing back and forth. That's nice. And there's a place there. Well, last time I was there was my opening act. This guy named Alex, very funny guy. He's got a drinking problem. That's a whole nother episode. He wanted to take me to brunch, and I'm like, he goes, hey man, can I take you to brunch on Sunday? I'm like, yeah, though, I love mimosas. He goes, no, they don't have alcohol. I'm like, ooh, I'm not gonna go. And that's like going to a topless bar without pitties. Like, who wants to go to that, right? So he goes, no, the reason they don't have alcohol is because it's part of a recovery program. So people from all over the country, and some people sometimes around the world, they go there. They have addictions, all kinds of different addictions. They go there, once they get better, they work at this restaurant for free to pay it off. I'm like, man, I'm down with that. I can do that. That's very cool. I like that system, right? And you go there and it's dope. And they don't even have prices on the food. You pay a donation, whatever you want, which is dope because I bought everybody breakfast for 50 cents. It was amazing. I was like, Oprah, you get a waffle, you get a waffle, you get a waffle, right? And this place was dope. I think it's called like Sunset Rise or Sunrise Cafe. It's a dope place. I recommend if you're in San Antonio, Texas, go see it. Or go eat there. So we're sitting there, we're waiting for our waiter. This hefty little white dude comes up to me. He's like, hey man, I'm Brad. How you guys doing? I'll be your server. I'm like, how you doing, Brad? He goes, man, I'm blessed, man. Thank God I'm blessed. This place saved my life. If it wasn't for this place, I don't know where I'd be right now. I go, yeah, man, drugs are pretty tough. He goes, oh, no, I wasn't addicted to drugs. I was sexually addicted to food. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, man, every time I saw food that had a hole in it, I want to have sex with it. He goes, yeah, man, I'm donuts, bagels, Swiss cheese, Fruit Loops. If the food had holes in it, I wanted to have sex with it. He goes, but enough about me. What can I get you guys? I'm like, what do you serve that doesn't have a hole in it? I'm like, I don't want to eat your girlfriend by mistake, And I'll take it to go, whatever it is. That's what's good about being a comic, man. Things happen, and they're good. Like I said earlier, I'm Puerto Rican, I'm Latino, and I like being Latino. It's fun, you know what I mean? Except when you get pulled over by Border Patrol, or going through any kind of immigration, but you got to speak really perfect English. But no, officer, I'm a legal citizen here. And then the Border Patrol guy can't even speak English. Where you from? I'm like, what? Where you from? I'm like, where? And then that's how you go to jail. I'm from the Bronx, New York, too, originally. East Coast people, for you watching out there, East Coast, what's up? And I like being from the Bronx, being from the South Bronx. I didn't know I was poor when I was a kid. I just thought nobody had nothing. I remember Thanksgiving, when you're poor, Thanksgiving's a little tough. It's like, all right, say thanks. All right, Lord Jesus, thank you. Hold on. Don't rush me. Thank you for whatever. I'm sure there's something to be thankful for. The other day, it was funny. I was talking to a friend of mine. I go, if you can have dinner with anybody in history, alive or dead or present, whatever from the past, who would it be? And he looked at me and he goes, Jesus. I would have dinner with Jesus. Like, last time he went to dinner, it didn't turn out too good for him. He may say no. I'm sorry, that's way funnier than one chuckle. But thank God for editing. That's going to sound amazing. He knows what's up. I have kids. Anybody else? Yeah, kids. Yeah, kids. Kids are like pets you can't leave outside. They're just a pain, aren't they? It's like, I got kids, and I love my two boys. They're at that age where I don't even know how old they are anymore. They're men, right? And one of them is a licensed contractor. He has a beautiful wife, two great kids, a lovely house. And then my favorite, right, is the other one. And I say he's my favorite because I'm going to live with him when I get too old. And he's a financial banker. His wife is beautiful. She's a dentist. So they got money. They own like 3 houses. Their 2 kids are the most smartest human beings I have ever met. They're kids, and they're so smart. They're like Stephen Hawking if he wasn't messed up. You know what I mean? That's how smart these kids are. They're doing so good. My sons, I think they're Republican. That's how good they are. They're doing good. And because everybody wants their children to do better than them, right? Everybody. But not that good. I mean, they're making me look bad. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I need to have like a little retard just so I can feel better about my life. He's like, hey, Daddy. I'm like, all right, Mongo, just go chase traffic or whatever you do. Go chew on a leather belt. I don't know what you do. Lick a window, do something. Speaking of that, I love dogs. I'm a dog lover. And I noticed something, that people love animals more than they do people. And I think that's because, animals are awesome and people are a-holes, aren't they, pretty much? They really are, right? Cats are a little too, but we'll talk about that later. And the thing is, animals are awesome. And if you don't believe me, if you went on social media right now and you posted something like, pray for my dog Fido, he sprained his ankle. Hundreds, if not thousands of people you never met are going to hit you up. Oh my God, God bless you and your dog Fido. We're gonna have a candlelight visual at the dog park, and we're gonna raise money to bring a doctor in from Germany to play with his, to check his ankle. But if you posted something like, hey, my grandmother just died, people go, well, shit happens. What are you gonna do, bro? That's the way it works. Life is a circle. Yeah, I love dogs. I have a boxer. She's a rescue, and I love her to death. And she's my little girl, man. Her name is Roxy. I'll John Wick somebody if somebody hurt that dog. That's how much I love this dog, right? And what I love about her, she's like a toddler. Like dogs are like toddlers, right? They can't communicate well. They can't clean up after themselves. They lick windows too, right? They do all that. And one day I was doing a show, and I was talking about my dog, and I was telling, saying, comparing a dog, I guess, to a toddler, and some Karen came up to me pissed. She goes, I can't believe you. I'm like, what? That's disgusting. I was discussing comparing a child to a dog. Like, ma'am, look, let me tell you something. I know the difference between a child and a dog, all right? I would never, ever, ever let a child lick peanut butter off my balls. Never! Thank you. And the thing is, one day I was doing that story at an outside show. It was in a park, but there was no children there. It was just adults. So I'm telling the story, and as I got to the part with the peanut butter, I see like a 10-year-old boy with his mother. I'm like, ugh. So I quick thinking, you know, because I've been doing this for a bit, I said, lick peanut butter off my plate. It's not funny, but at least I didn't say anything to upset this little kid who's probably like a little retard too. But anyway, and his mother got pissed. She goes, I know what you meant by that. And so did my son. Well, I'm like, if you know and your son knows what I meant by that, I'm not a bad comedian. You're a bad parent. So, now look at my balls. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna say one last story because we have some really funny people coming up right now. And if they're funnier than me, I'm gonna have to kill them. No, I hope they are. And I'm older now. I'm in my late 20s, and technically I'm right. Technically, I'm in my late 20s, and I could have the Benjamin Button disease. You don't know. And the older I've gotten, the more sensitive I've become. I don't know if anybody else felt that way, but I'd be everything. My emotions, my nipples, everything. I'm just sensitive, right? And it all started with that ASPCA commercial with that little freezing dog, that Sarah McLachlan song and I started crying like a baby. I'm like, oh my God, that's the saddest thing I've ever seen. Here, $19 a month, take it, ASPCA, take it. Then the little St. Jude one comes on with that little kid who looks like a little elf with the damn blanket, right? I'm like, oh, I'm so keep the blanket, here's $19 a month, take it. And I'm thinking, I don't know what's happening to me, man. I'm becoming weak, right? And so one day I'm watching television, another one comes on, Starving Children of Africa. I'm like, I can't take this no more, man. So I go to reach for the remote. It's a little too far away. I'm like, I'm not going to do a sit-up right now, so I'll just keep watching this. And it was the saddest thing I've ever seen. Saddest thing I've ever seen. There was this village in Somalia that had no adults. The adults have either died or left. And there's just like a dozen children living here that are starving to death. This place is filthy. They got millions of flies everywhere, millions of flies all over the place because there's so much garbage and filth. And I'm crying like, oh my God, this is the saddest thing I've ever seen. They showed these kids playing in the river, this dark brown river with garbage and feces floating and millions of flies chasing them. And I'm like, oh my God, this is horrible. I can't believe it. Somebody's got to do something. Then they showed kids playing soccer in a field with the ball had no air and the kids had no shoes and they're running around. The flies are chasing them back and forth, hundreds of them. I'm like, oh my God. Then the one thing that broke my heart, the one thing that I couldn't take it anymore. This one little boy, he must have been 7 or 8 years old. He had these big, beautiful eyes. He's looking to the camera. You could see his little bones and you could see his sores on him. And covered with flies. And I'm like, oh my God, this is somebody. I wanted to go there and just pull him out of the TV. I felt so bad. It was the saddest thing I've ever seen. Then a fly lands on his eyeball. And he doesn't even blink because he's so used to it. I'm like, I can't take this no more. I can't. I grabbed my phone and my credit card. And I bought over 1,000 fly swatters and I sent them to Africa. Thank you. Because no child deserves to have flies on them like that, God damn it. Some people said, like, why didn't you send food? I'm like, because the flies will get it. Didn't you hear my goddamn story? Hey guys, good night. Thank you so much. I'm Joey Medina. Thank you. Flies for Africa. All right.
Thank you, Joey. Thank you. Give it up one more time for Mr. Joey. Joey Medina. I mean, he's in the building. I mean, Mr. Lamont Patterson, he wanted to give me a little, PSA. I called his name out first, Now you, all of a sudden. Anyway, give it up one more time for Mr. Joey Medina. That was amazing. That was truly a blessing. And as comedians, we definitely need to know our people that came before us, and we are trying to get out there like I'm trying to get out there. I'm trying to show Joey my 5 children. You know what I'm saying? So he can too pull out that wallet and share some credit. You know what I'm saying? We don't even need no food. We don't need any. Just share credit. You know what I'm saying? Help. Like they fall in, one of them and broke their foot. It's a lot going on right now. But I'm kind of, wondering why Joey didn't bring up the fact of, those folks filming those sad children could be the ones helping feed them, okay? Don't just film them, you know what I'm saying? They drinking Avion water, you know what I'm saying? Eating a big sandwich, Subway. Kids just hungry, watching them while they filming them, you know what I'm saying? It's a setup. Joey don't do it no more, you know what I'm saying? It's a setup. They setting us up. They playing on our heartstrings. I'm not that sad no more when I tell my kids to grab a cup of noodles. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. Yes, I am frying me a steak. Don't look over there. You know what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing to do with you. Stay focused on school and learning. Yeah, I'm just happy to be away from them right now at the moment. But I do love my children, and they are fed. They eat better than some of y'all in here tonight, and I'm tired of it. The other day I tried to make something small for them and something big for me, and they like, do you want us to jump you? And so I was like, yeah, nah, I'm really not trying to break a bone or anything like that. So please just be safe out here in these LA streets. These kids are different. They know more than we know. My son fixes every ounce of any internet problems you may have. If y'all need somebody to help you Google Maps, fix your internet, it went down, he can help you out. He's 12. I'm about to send him out as an electrician right now. He will be in IP. He will be working in that room right there. Anyway, I'm going to call up the next comedian because y'all looking very stressed, in the face. Some of them y'all falling asleep and stuff like that. That baby done took that melatonin and he's going out. He smoked 4 blunts before he came to the show. I'm sorry about that. I know this is clean comedy, but wake up, damn it. Anyway. We are moving right on. We are calling up one of the hottest female comedians. She's been everywhere. I know. I love her to death. Get ready for Miss Madina.
Hello, how y'all doing? Oh man, Joey, the fact that you know Houston and that you know Texas, I love it. I absolutely love it. I am from Houston, Texas. I'm not from here. There are things that I'm trying to do that are different. Like I'm trying to date, so y'all pray for me. Men are different out here. Men are extremely different out here. They don't speak. It's weird. I'm used to men saying stuff like, hello, how are you? Can I take you out? Can I feed you? Men out here are like, so when I move in, oh, what? No, wait a minute, no. One dude told me I had long money because I live by myself. I said, no, baby, I just work. I don't understand how it works. I just work. I have a job. I actually have 4 jobs, so I can afford to live by myself. I am a gorgeous chocolate woman, so every single time I get men. Prime example. Every single time that I try to date somebody, it never goes my way. I like men. I have little requirements. I like men with like teeth and employment. Some kind of money coming in, something. What do I get? Toothless, 65 and up, and for some strange odd reason, he is 65 and up, but he got roommates. Like, I don't understand how that works. And he was, oh no, just I got my own place, but the living room is closed off, and that's his own place. I was like, you rent the living room? Are you serious? And it never fails, no matter where I'm at. I used to work at a homeless shelter. Prime example. We knock on doors. We say, hey, how you doing? Breakfast, lunch, temp check. I'm a CNA. I said, hello, temp check, food. Who is it? Temp check, food. This happens every day. Well, who's knocking on my door? It's Jesus. I'm turning water into wine, my son. You're missing it. Come on out, honey. Good God. He opens the door. Who knocking on my... Oh, how you doing, baby? Wait a minute. I say, oh, no. My coworkers are cracking up laughing. What's happening? I say, 65 and up. They own me. They love me. I'm telling you. I don't know when I became the pinup girl for AARP, but apparently that's what's happening. He was like, I like your nails. Come here. Put your number in my phone. Sir, I got money. You're in a homeless shelter. Sir, I see you. I work here. Are you serious right now? No. I got money. Come here. Guess what? My wife dead. Put your number in my phone. This your pickup line to me? I do my business. I go down. He meets me down at the nurse's station with what? His receipts. Slams what? His wife's funeral program, and it was thick. She was loved. Slams it down. Bye. Told you she dead. Put your number in my phone. Wow. Wow. My coworker looked at me. She said, what is happening? I said, told you, 65 and up. They own me. They love me. Went on an 8-day cruise. Who followed me around the cruise? Frederick Douglass and Isaac Hayes. The whole cruise. My cousin talking about, what's happening? 65 and up. They own me. He looked at me. Oh, come here. I said, there go your wife. Damn it, where's she? Told you. 65 and up. They own me. And it never fails wherever I go. Wherever I go. Another job. One of the other jobs. The security officer there looked at me and he was like, can I ask you a question? I said, sure, honey. Because I'm thinking, we're at work. It's work related. He said, I think you're very nice looking and I would like to take you out. I said, well, that is very sweet. How old are you? Does it matter? Yes. Yes, it matters. Why? Look at R. Kelly. It matters. It matters, sir. It matters. Well, I'm old enough. I know that, clearly. How old are you? Well, I'm 68. I said, oh, no. I said, but thank you. He said, well, how old are you? I said, I'm 43. And he was like, ugh. Did you just me, sir? Well, you a little older than I like to. I said, sir, let me ask you a question. He said, yeah. I said, what's your name? First of all, men, when y'all do we know you finna lie. He go, Raheem. First of all, you a lie. You a lie. You a lie. Raheem wasn't an option back then. Your name is Willie, Craig, Earl, something biblical, John, David, something like that. Cletus, maybe. But Raheem? Nah. I just cannot. My daughter, I love her. I have a 22-year-old daughter. I told her that I was trying to date. She told me, Mom, you just need to let love come the way it comes. I said, this is from you telling me this when? Because you were just crying about not having a boyfriend. Well, I just want to be able to focus on me right now. Really? Not 3 days ago, you was hooping and hollering about not having a man. Now you I just want to focus on me. It's okay. Now I'm supposed to listen to you? No. I am trying some more stuff, some other stuff, because my daughter told me that I was classified as a cool mom. I didn't realize that I was classified as a cool mom until some years ago, because all her friends came to me with their problems. And I said, baby, what's going on? Her friend came to me and she said, Mom, I have to talk to you. I said, talk to me, honey. Talk to me. What's up? She said, well, me and my boyfriend are having a problem. I said, okay, well, what's the problem? She said, well, he keeps making fun of me because my boobs kind of do this. I said, oh, honey, you're with a boy. That's the problem. You need to be with a man. When you get older, you'll be with a man. And he's not going to care that your boobies do this or that or whatever. Honey, he'll pick them up from here and just handle business. Now, hopefully, because you are the way you are, you can get somebody that's cross-eyed or cockeyed. And then when he sees you, he sees perfection. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. I love it. Where are the other parents besides us three? Where are the other parents? Do me a favor. Quit lying to your children. Quit lying to your children. Tell them the truth. I told my daughter and her friends, baby, adulthood is horrible. Everybody wants to wait until you get to be an adult. Oh, I can't wait to be an adult. I can't wait to be an adult. And then the punishments that you had as a child become the rewards that you have as an adult. Oh, well, you got to go to bed, what, at 9? Baby, I can't wait to lay down. I can't wait to lay down. Oh, you got to be in the house early. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I turn into my auntie. Baby, look, let me tell you how she do when she come to an event. She go, hey, honey, hey. And she never stops moving. It's an art form. She go, hey, sweetie, how you doing? Click. Hey, sweetie, how you? Click. Take pictures with everybody. She makes a big, huge circle and then leaves. She don't care how long she took to get dressed. She don't care what makeup she had to put on. She don't care how long it took her to get there. She went there. She saw everybody. She took pictures and she is out. And everybody, I didn't even know you. Yes, you did. Oh, no, honey, I got pictures. Look, there you go. You was in the back. There you go. There you go. There you go. I was there. I promise to you, it is, craziness. Craziness. I'm sorry, I just got a message from this guy. No, it's hard. It's funny, but it's hard to try to find somebody because, okay, I did the internet dating. Oh, dude, I didn't realize some things. We take pictures as women. We take pictures like this. What, ladies? To appear slimmer, right? Yeah, I didn't realize men did it too. Girl. So I'm sitting there looking at this dude and I'm like, ooh, oh my gosh. And I didn't really pay attention because his eyes and his soup coolers, his lips, translation for LA people, his eyes and his soup coolers got me because I love eyes and lips. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then when I met him in person, his boobies were bigger than mine. And I was like, hold up. No. Woo, but he fed me, so I stayed. So, it's hard. It's just really hard. But this one, oh, baby, he got most of his teeth. He employed. Baby, look here. I'm over 40. When you young, oh, he got to be this. He got to be that. Blah, 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 blah. No, when you start getting older and you still single, some things notch off. You don't even care no more. You just, he don't live with his mama. And his mama don't live with him. I'm 40. I'm not looking at all of his body and this, that, and the other. His boobies just can't be bigger than mine. And his teeth, baby, look, he needs his teeth in the front, a couple of molars in the back, so you will not embarrass me with your tongue flank. Don't do that. Don't do that in public. Don't do that, please. I mean, I can buy you some teeth. It's not a problem. Get your little teeth and whatnot. Yeah. Y'all have been great. Thank you so much. I'm gonna bring your hoes back up. Thank you, Joey. Y'all give it up for Joey.
Good job, mommy. Good job. Let her hear it. That was funny. That was hilarious. And you're 40s? So you don't look it like, I want to be black so I can look younger. I'm good at the penis thing already. I don't need that, but. All right, anyway, nice to see everybody. I have to admit, and actually it was yesterday, I saw Barbie. And it was good. Barbie was good. I enjoyed it. It was good. They make fun of men a little bit, but I think we deserved it. I could handle it. And I'm not the only one in my family that loves Barbie. My niece loves Barbie. So after she saw the movie, she's like, Theo, get me a Barbie dream house. So I bought her a Barbie dream house, and then I had to buy her a Mexican Barbie to clean it once a week. So it's all of that. Gets expensive. That's what I'm saying. It's paper's not included. I know, right? You guys ready for your next comedian? Yeah. Come on. That's right. I want all 7 of us to clap. Yes, there we go. Next comic's hilarious. I can't wait to watch him. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for D-Rod, everybody. That's right, keep it going.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for having me. I enjoy this. This is therapy. I love doing stand-up. I had a rough life coming up, so, I've been using comedy. Because back then, I couldn't afford therapy. We couldn't afford therapy. So I had to smoke weed, instead. So it was tough. I grew up in a household that had 2 rival gang members. My mom was in a gang. My dad was in another gang. So it was hard. It was hard for me. You see, my dad was a Muslim, and my mama was Jehovah's Witness. So it was tough, and I knew they was, as a young boy, I knew that it had to be rival gang members, because they fought all the time. By the time I came, I was the 5th of 5 children. So by the time I got there, I never saw love. I only saw fighting. You know what I'm saying? And all I wanted to do was be able to. I wanted to please everybody. You know what I mean? I wanted to make sure. So I had to be a Jehovah Muslim. And it was tough. It was tough for me. So that's why I do comedy, because everybody was trying to put their religious ideologies on me. And it was tough, man. I'd be a Muslim in the morning and a Jehovah's Witness in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was a radical. I was taught to be a radical Muslim. Like back with Farrakhan, when he first started, I was taught to hate white folks. That's what I was taught. That the white man was the devil and the black man was God. That's what I was taught in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And in the afternoon, I would go with my mother to be a Jehovah's Witness around all white folks. It was tough, man. It was tough. Because when I was with the Muslims, they tell me the white man grows horns on top of his head and tails out of their butts. I was like 7, 8 years old. That's what I was learning. You know what I'm saying? And when I'd go and sit around all the white folks, what was I doing? I was staring at the top of their heads and staring at their butts, trying to see if they was growing tails out their butts. So I became a butt man. I started loving butts. I loved butts because I stared at them and I got used to looking, and I was a butt connoisseur. It was tough, man. It was tough for me. It was tough, You know, being a Jehovah Muslim, it was tough because all that meant to me was I wasn't going to celebrate nothing. I didn't get to celebrate nothing. You know what I'm saying? No birthdays, no Christmas. My parents got out of everything. I ain't never had a gift. No, you know what I'm saying? All I did was go to the temple with the Muslims and go to the Kingdom Hall. I was so confused, you know? And comics, you guys, you make jokes about people, about the Jehovah's Witnesses knocking on your door on Saturday mornings and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Well, that was me. I had to be out there on Saturday morning acting like I gave a damn about you. Trying to teach you about, you know, Jesus is coming back. Sometimes I'd be confused. I'd knock on the doors and I'd forget where I'm at sometime. I'd show up looking like Louis Farrakhan with a bow tie and shit. Selling bean pies in one hand and watchtowers in the other hand. Life was confusing. Yeah, I had to become a comic. Y'all gotta understand. Life was, I had to. I had no choice. It was tough. It was tough coming up. I was a radical Muslim, but they had me living in a white neighborhood. I didn't want to live in the white neighborhood and go to a white school. I wanted to live in the hood with all my relatives. My mama said, no, you're going to live down here. You're going to go to this school over here because I want you to graduate and grow up and be somebody. I'm like, I don't want to be nobody. I want to be a pimp, or I want to have hoes, mama. I don't want to grow up to be nobody. You know, it was tough, bruh. It was tough for me. Like in school, right? There was only a handful of black kids, Joe. There was only a handful, you know, 10 maybe. Because the rest was white. But they had different rules and punishments and things for the black kids and for the white kid. You know, like when the white boys, when they get in trouble, you know, they'd have to just like write sentences. You know, remember that, write 100 sentences, and you know what I mean, or do something like take out some trash or something. But the black kids, they would take us and they would lock us up in this room, right, with a little window. They'd lock us up in this room and they'd make us listen to Barry Manilow records all damn day. You know what I'm saying? Conway Tweedy. Mess my rhythm up, man. I've been messed up ever since, man. I would go home and I would just listen to James Brown over and over and over again, trying to get my rhythm back. It was messed up, man. It was messed up, Lamont. I couldn't, you know, life was tough, man. It was tough for me. I used to try and go and I would tell my relatives in the hood, because what I learned a lot, right? I learned a lot of little racial intricacies, if I said that right. It sounds like I said it right? I would learn some, and I would try to take some of that stuff to the hood. Like a lot of holidays are racial. I would be trying to tell my relative. A lot of the holidays are racial. You know what I mean? Just stop celebrating. They didn't want to listen to me. They always want to do it, you know. I said, Easter is a racial holiday. Don't celebrate that. I learned it being down around the white folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, and I would try to tell him, Joey, I would tell him, you know, how come every year the bunny on Easter always that gets to represent is always white and fluffy, and everybody cuddles him, right? But the brown Easter bunny, he's fake, and everybody can bite his head off. You know what I'm saying? And how come, listen, and I would try to tell him every year They do the same stuff. So don't celebrate Easter every year. If you think about it, they always take all the colored eggs and they put them out in the fields. Let all the white eggs stay in the house. Then they teach the kids bad things early. They would teach the kids to go out in the fields and hunt down the little colored eggs like little runaway slaves. And then they tell them, gather up the little colored eggs and stack them in a basket on top of one another, like the Amistad slave ship. So, this is my history lesson. Yeah, life is crazy. So I loved doing comedy. You like the way I went up and then came down? That's cool. Thank you. First come out here, when I first got out here, and it's tough making it in Hollywood. It's tough, you know, trying to be. When I first got out here, I thought I was gonna take this town by storm. You know what I'm saying? I was like, LA is ready for me. I'm gonna shoot. I started driving limos. 12 years a limo driver. It was like 12 years a slave. I was 12 years. I was like, goddamn, this ain't, you know what I'm saying? I had to be a limo driver. It was crazy, man. My first limo job was I was driving for funerals. You know, and I'm a comedian. So I couldn't be around people that was crying all the time, and they was crying all the time. What was I to do? I had to, you know what I'm saying? So what was I going to do? So I had to smoke. I smoked weed. I smoked a lot of weed in the limo. I would close up the privacy shade and I would smoke while I drive because I could not stand listening to people crying and whimpering and this and that and the other. I was just there to make my money. See, I made $65 per funeral. $65. So if I had 2 funerals that day, that's right. You know, and then sometimes I'd have a really good week. I'm telling you, and I was driving funerals in the hood. And I mean, business was popping. You know what I'm saying? Black folks was killing each other. I was making money. You know, I needed people to die in order to make my $65. I needed folks to die, so business was popping. Gangbangers was killing each other. Black folks was eating bad and dying. You know, diabetes. I needed that because I had child support. But yo, this 1 week, nobody. Monday, nobody died. You understand? I only got paid when I had a funeral. So it was looking bad. It was looking bad for me. Tuesday come around, still no work. Nobody's dying. What's wrong? What's up with y'all, man? You know, I felt like I need to go out and start some shit and something. You know what I'm saying? Yo, he's a blood. You know, I needed people in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was, you know, finally, on Friday, finally, oh my God, I got a funeral. Finally. You know, this is real talk. You know, I was so happy. But, you know, and as a driver, you had to sit and you had to console the family. You know what I mean? You stand there, gravesite, you know, and you walking back to the car. I was high. I was really high. I didn't mean the way it came out. I didn't mean to say, you know, like, to a family member, thank God I had this funeral today. I wouldn't have made no money around this mouth. You know what I'm saying? I got child support. You know, it's real talk, man. I be driving in the funeral procession, you know what I mean? And I'm older, so the weed, it hits you different. Get paranoid more now. You know, the weed is different. It ain't like yesteryear. You get high, you have fun. Now you just get paranoid. But I be driving in the funeral procession, and that good weed, that good LA weed would hit me, man. And then I forget that I'm in a funeral procession. Now, suddenly, the hearse, the car in front of me is driving this a little too damn slow. So I went around him. You know, I just took off. Then I got hungry because I forgot I had people in the back. They didn't know, you know. So, you know, I lived right here in Inglewood at the time. I went home. I forgot I went home. It was the middle of the day. I pulled up in front of the house, double parked, ran in the house. You know, start making a sandwich and shit. Then I saw something on television. I sat down and started watching TV. And I forgot I had all these folks outside trying to figure out where I am, just running around. Yeah, life was, I just really talked about limos a lot. But that's, you know, I do have a lot to talk about. I'm a lot older now. You know, I get annoyed and stuff. Yeah, I'll get ready to wrap it up here. Yeah, but it was interesting because I used to drive for a lot of celebrities too. You know, I don't have to drive anymore because I signed a prenup. Yeah, I married a woman who had me sign a prenup. You know what that means? It means I ain't never gonna work again in my life. This is, I ain't doing nothing. I mean, I work at home, but you know, I got a lot of stuff to do at home. I had everything to do at home. She makes sure I do everything at home. Anyway, I drove Stevie Wonder. I'll leave after this because I love you. I'm sure you met Stevie. Stevie got a sense of humor, don't he? He got a sense of humor, you know. And I had Stevie in the back, and I was taking him to the set of The Voice, you know. Stevie smokes a little bit too, if y'all don't know. I can say shit now because nobody can fire me. You know what I'm saying? We was high, me and Stevie. And I asked Stevie, I said, so Stevie, if you go to Voice and you gonna be a judge, you know, in The Voice, are they gonna turn your chair around or they just leave it? Let that one hit. But listen, thank you very much for having me. Thank you, bro. Movement, did I say it right? My name is D-Rod. And I appreciate the laughs that I got. I appreciate this stuff. I love comedy. Give it up for the comics. Peace.
All right. Give it up one more time for Mr. J-Rod. Thank you. J-Rod, I'm thinking about D-Rod, J-Rod. I mean, potato is... You know, you knew who you were. You know what I'm saying? They knew who you were. Give it up one more time for Mr. D-Rod, please. Yeah. I didn't announce him, so you know what I'm saying. And I have been having, you know, that little drank or whatever. You know what I'm saying. I told y'all I was sleeping in the mug. You know, I work 9 days a week. Anyway, we are going to give an honor to God right now because you have put something in my heart on my plate that I'm gonna go ahead and grasp, which is the fact of becoming a Muslim. So my kids stop asking me for all these expensive gifts throughout the course of the holidays. My son just asked me for the new iPhone 800. And he said it come out in 2027, but he want it now. You know what I'm saying? Because he got an A. Anyway, you have been entertained today by a World Movement Enterprise, a Lamont Patterson production. Holla at your girl and come on back. Peace.